Good morning, everybody! On this Friday, I thought we would switch it up a bit from our regular story time, so I'm going to lead you through a little baking tutorial. And today we're going to make my favorite chocolate chip cookies, so let's just get started. Okay, so what you're going to need is a 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 stick of butter softened, 6 tablespoons of granulated sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1 large egg, and around 2 cups of chocolate chips. I used a mix of dark chocolate and semi-sweet because that's just what I had. Okay, before we get started, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. So to begin, we're going to combine the flour, and the baking soda and salt. In a second bowl, you're going to want to beat together the softened butter, brown sugar, and white sugar. I would use an electric mixer if you have it, but if not, you can definitely do this by hand. It should look something like this when it's all mixed together. And I forgot to mention before with the flour, if you are looking for a gluten-free version, I would definitely go with a 1-to-1 flour. I've tried that to make gluten-free cookies and it works pretty well. Next, you're going to want to mix in the egg and vanilla. Next, you're going to want to gradually add in the flour mixture until it's just combined. Okay, once mixed, it should look something like this, and now is when we add in our chocolate chips. Alright, now at this point your dough is probably pretty warm, so I would recommend putting it in the fridge for a few minutes just to chill it, which will be the perfect time to start cleaning this huge mess I just made. Okay, so the dough has been chilling for about 10 minutes now and it feels pretty cool, so I'm going to go ahead and scoop small circles onto a greased cookie sheet. Now, I know this cookie sheet looks a little odd and definitely old, but this is my family's magic cookie sheet, and we're convinced that if we make it on anything else, the cookies won't turn out good. So, this is what I'm using. Alright, these are all ready to go in the oven. Now remember, we preheated it to 350 degrees and they will bake for about 10 minutes. And while these are baking, I had some extra dough left over for a second batch, so I'm going to put that back into the fridge. Okay, and they're all done. I actually scooped mine a little bit too big, so they ended up baking for around 15 minutes. Now, my cookies, as you can see, are pretty thick and didn't really flatten out. Now, this is because the butter I used was still a little bit cold and from chilling the dough like we did before. So if you like your cookies to flatten out, I recommend using melted butter instead of just room temperature, and you probably can skip chilling the dough or just chill it for a little less time. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed that little tutorial. If you do try them out yourself, make sure to post a photo in the comments below. Thanks for watching!